Welcome to Season 2 of Skillcast, the podcast by the London Organisational Skills Development. My name is Nurbanu, and I am your host. I'm thrilled to have you join me on this journey of growth and discovery. Each episode, we're sitting down with incredible guests, think experts, pros, and inspiring go-getters who'll share the stories and skills that fuel this success. Whether you're here to sharpen your own skills, get inspired, or just enjoy some awesome conversations, you're in the right place. Let's dive in. Welcome to Skillcast. I'm so excited to be joined by you today. I know a little bit about what you do, but I'd love for you to go ahead and introduce yourself to the audience.
Yes, sure. So this is Sakshi Duggal Kumria. I'm a numerologist, life coach, and Vastu Consultant from India. I'm doing this since 22 plus years, and I am so privileged and overwhelmed to be a part of this podcast, and it really means huge to me. And let's talk about numbers today.
Absolutely. I am obsessed with numbers. I know I shouldn't be doing this, but I'm that person that goes on YouTube, self-teaches myself about the low secret, trying to figure out my personality, trying to understand other people's personalities. Like, I've had a really long story regarding why I do this, but I'd love to hear from you as the expert as to what you see about me.
Right, sure. But before we start talking about you, I would love to share some piece of news to our viewers that it's always good to have self-knowledge. Of course, everybody wants to know about their life and about every aspect and every phase of one's life. But it's always preferable to go to a specialist, an expert, to understand it a little better and a little firmer, right? And this is about 9 planets. Numerology revolves around the date of birth. So we all are born on a date for a reason. Zillions and trillions of people are born on the same date, sometimes the same name, but they cannot have the same place, they cannot have the same time. And there are a lot of other factors which define your own destiny. So numerology is a very, very powerful tool which describes your life path. And it's just like a Google map, which tells you that how to go about it on the next level and phase of your life. So let's start by your numbers.
Sure. What numbers would you like to know?
Your date of birth?
Of course.
Yeah.
So it's 30th May, 1994.
Wow. So 30th May, 94. Guys, good looking guys. He's a pretty girl waiting for a relationship. So that's something I would like to suggest you. We are looking for you to get hitched up anytime. Anytime. So yes. So when I talk about your numbers, you are a number 3 because it's 30th. So it's a 3 plus 0. So at the end of the day, there are 3 planets by birth. First number is the total of 3 plus 0, which is 3. And that's the number of Jupiter. So you're born with the skill to navigate, talk, be an orator, guide people, sort out things. You're somebody who will have all the solutions for the world. You'll hit the bull's eye. You're like a solution provider. But for yourself. For your own self, you'll be a little in 2 minds and, you are your healer. So you need to talk to yourself to make yourself go on the right track. That's the power of number 3. It's the largest planet in the solar system, hence the positive qualities, but they fail on themselves and they're born for the others. So you're a born giver. I think people are blessed to have you in their lives. And relationship is any time now. Next year, you better call me in your wedding. You're looking forward for that. And professional success is at your feet. But that's from the next year, 2025. And today we are just in 24. Little more patience and you're right on the track.
Oh, yeah. I love that, how you said about like next year, I'm likely to get married. That's quite interesting, actually. Yeah. So the reason how I actually got into numbers is because all my past relationships, I kept choosing people who are very similar personalities to myself. And it just got boring after a while. So I was like, okay, what is going on? I'm getting older. You're coming from the Indian family, Indian culture. I know age is just a number, but you have that pressure. All your family's telling you, well, we got married when we were 21. I'm like, I'm 30. Like, so I don't have anyone.
A quick tip for everybody who's watching us. Anybody who's a number 3, they'll get along with people with number 6, number 9, and number 8. So look out for the people with these numbers and you don't need to look out for somebody else.
Yeah.
It's a quick tip, huh? And it'll work for sure.
Yeah.
And they have a very good marital happiness. But because your stars, whosoever is listening to us, it's about family values. You can't go and do anything without hurting, your parents or your siblings, or you're a family person, right? You're not the trendsetter. I'm so sorry to break the sad news.
No, I'm cool. I'm cool with following questions.
You can't do something which is not approved by your family. So yes, this is the strength. So it's just not about you. As I said, there are so many people born on the same day, and henceforth all the numbers. So all the numbers have such strengths and weaknesses. So number 3 right now, relationship is not too smooth, but it'll happen next year. And follow your inner power, inner voice, because you do have one. So don't apply your mind. Strategies don't work in relationships for you and for the people who have such numbers, 3, 30, 12, 3, 30th, all these total. And life is a cakewalk.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. When you say the numbers, are you referring to the number of that they're born on? Yeah. Or because I know you have like substantial interest in numbers. I know you have like the driver, you have the conductor, and then you have the angel number.
Yeah.
Can you explore a little bit more about those numbers?
So we have different ways of calculating. Driver, conductor, this is how it is derived at a much later stage. That's when numerology started picking up. It just started picking up in the past 4 or 5 years, probably past in COVID, because the whole world came to a screen, right? Mm-hmm. Before that, it was Vedic astrology, it was astrology, it was tarot reading. So there were different ways of calculating. Numerology got grip over the people and the market and our Instagram and the social world. So hence the driver number, conductor number, and all these things started coming in the picture. But people who genuinely would relate to me, who are into this study since 20 plus years, we had a birth number, we had the destiny number, and then we had the full form number, FFN. So this is a very detailed thing once you're into the subject. So when I'm talking about a particular number, it's your date or your destiny number. For example, your 30th May 1994. So we add the whole date of birth, then we come up to a life path number. So what is important in one's life is your birth number, which needs to favor you, and then the life path number, which needs to favor you. That's how numerology works. And the third number is in your name. So name has so much relevance when it comes to your life. We come in the world for name and fame, right? Everybody doesn't have the same name with the same numerology. So you need to take a planet on you when you name yourself. Sometimes, surprisingly, I've got clients, I've got a reading of more than, as I said, 10 lakh plus people by now. They have perfect numbers. Of course, perfection doesn't exist. You have to go through all the highs and lows because we hail and we come from past life karmas, right? We need to cut it and then move forward. And hence, sometimes people have financial karma, sometimes people have health issues, sometimes people have relationship issues, and so on and so forth. So sometimes everything is perfect in their date of birth, but their name has a negative number, which is not in sync with their date of birth. And they have to bear the brunt. So it's very important because name is something which your parents choose. And then we have a nickname, then we have a pseudonym. In India, you get married, you have another name, So many names, so many planets, and your life is a mess. Sometimes you really feel, is it all about the numbers? Is it about a date of birth? Or is it about our destiny? So some things can be in control. And if it is about study, and at the end of the day, it's about faith. We need to have some faith in the knowledge, in the subject, and in Almighty. That's what I feel.
That's really powerful. I love that. There's actually some trends going around where, so I'm actually missing, I'm actually a number. So I know one of the numbers I'm missing in my number chart is number 7. So I've been told that if I wear, like, let's say a gold and silver watch, for example, I can be at the right place at the right time because luck is something that I don't naturally have.
That's right. Yes.
However, although I do have luck in the sense that I come really fortunate a family. So my mom's got a 7 in her date of birth. Right. So I know I'm protected in that little bubble. So can you tell me more about ways that we can overcome
so that's
other
very,
people? Yes,
absolutely.
missing
That's
numbers.
a very, very interesting question. So when we talk about missing numbers, You talk about low sugar it. That's not what I practice, but still, when you come to me, I'm talking about myself, when you come to me as a client to understand and seek some guidance, I as a person will never tell you that what's missing in your life. Number 7, per se, just because you shared it on this platform, is a divine spiritual number. It cannot be with everybody. And everybody with the number 7 cannot be divine and cannot be spiritual and cannot be lucky. The word is blessed, right? The word is not lucky. I think we all are blessed to have a happy life and such parents who are giving us everything on platter. But some of us have to fetch it up for ourselves. Now, that's also destiny. But when one number is missing, according to Losho grade, I recommend remedies. I recommend if you like to wear stones, because stones helps us only 20 to 30%.
Okay.
When something is just helping you 20 to 30%, that's hardly anything, right? So in order to cover the missing number, suppose you want to be spiritual, divine, and lucky, I will recommend you to do remedies. Remedies like donating the needy, underprivileged, chanting, something which gives you solace. If you're happy, everybody is happy. That's how the world works, right? And also avoiding few colors. And there are a few things which you can keep it with yourself, whether in the purse or any workplace. So all that will bring positivity and luck in this regard. So similarly, sometimes people don't have a number which gives them money, or they don't have a number which sustains money. Sometimes people don't have success. Everybody works hard. Everybody doesn't become a celebrity, right? And sometimes people don't have health. So respectively, we have solutions to everything, but that's not calculated and guided on the basis of low sugar rate. There are a lot of other ways to assess that and achieve that. And I strongly feel even if we are lacking something or we don't have something, we can manifest it. We can manifest it, and it starts with having gratitude. Firstly, let's thank for what we have, and let's work on what we don't have. And I'm sure He's there with us. So we need to have that faith in the power and ourselves. Self-faith and self-belief is the top priority. That's what my belief is, and whosoever is connected to me believes that I feel you should do a lot of charity and cut your bad karmas.
No, absolutely. I think charity is so powerful and so important. So my mom's a big philanthropist and humanitarian, like yourself, like you mentioned. So I think naturally, altruistically, it's something that I'm really driven. So a lot of the things that we do, like even the business side of things, we keep a very large percentage of our money goes straight to charity without even looking at what we're getting, because we know by giving, we're giving back to the world, and your energy field is just kind of surrounded by that good, positive energy where you're giving and receiving.
Absolutely. So they say, if you want to increase something, start giving something. Supposedly, I want more money, start donating, start giving money. If I want health, go and help people who have poor health. If I want love life, stand with people who are struggling in their relationships, because it is a vicious circle, right? What you give is what you get. Start giving. So once you become a giver, you are a receiver. That's how it works. So as and when we start possessing whatever little we have, we will never cherish it. We will never have it in prosperity. This is what the belief is. And also people like your mom, I have got utmost regard for her. And I don't want to call myself into this, but then I think I'm the chosen one. If through me, some 5,000 kids or 10,000 kids where I stay monthly get benefited, I think it's a blessing. I'm nobody. So that's how, this is all my feelings are, that you are the chosen one. God uses your pockets to bring smiles on the world or the people who don't have it yet, So it's so good to know that you hail from a family with values. Yeah.
Can I play a little bit of devil's advocate with you a little bit? So you said that, so there's this saying that you are a representation of the 5 people that you spend most of your time with. So if you're spending time with people, let's say you're trying to improve your health, but you said you should go help people who are whose health isn't very great.
Yes.
So now you're kind of going opposite to the trend that's going around about the 5 people you should be spending your time with.
Right.
So if you're with people who have good health, naturally you have good health, but you're suggesting to me saying that you should actually help people who have poor health.
Yes.
So can you
Yeah,
talk
so
to me a little bit
digging
about
it a little more deeper, they say you heal by healing others. This is how the world works. This is how the whole universe works. Because if you help somebody in healing, you will heal yourself because you exchange the vibes. You don't drain yourself. When you uplift somebody, we get uplifted. So those 5 people, they may be struggling with their relationship. They are coming to you for relationship advice. People who don't have money, you're helping them. You're getting them sorted. But you're giving only because you have more. And that's how some or the other way, universe will fill your pockets. So I strongly feel, and this is how I reached here. I think on this platform, I should say that I'm so blessed to sitting with you, such a beautiful girl, and with such a beautiful career, talking about things which we can't talk daily to daily, because sometimes you can't voice out few things to your own people, right? You need some guidance. So people like us come in the picture. It's always good to vent out your issues to a third person. And if they don't guide you well, you get misguided, right? So here I would love to spread the word around that heal the world, be with people who need you more, spread happiness, spread that sparkle, and it'll come back to you.
That's amazing. You've been so lovely. And I'm so glad we could have you on the Skillcast show
I'm
today.
overwhelmed today. Thank you
If people want to learn more about the work you do or reach out to you, how can they do so?
Anytime, my details are going to be there. I'm Sakshi Duggal Kumria. You can follow me on my Instagram. I'm from India, Gurgaon. I have an office in Dubai. And of course, I'm not marketing myself, but you can search me. The right ones will search me.
Perfect. Well, we'll keep your details in the description of this video. And if people align with you and resonate with you and want to reach out to you,
My
they will
pleasure.
organically do that.
Anytime. Thank you so much for having me today.